Jennifer, do you have a minute that you could explain open adoption to me?
Sure.
Well, sometimes people just don't really know what all is involved in an open adoption, and I'm hoping you can shed some light on the topic for us.
Well, open adoption is, it varies on a continuum. It can be less or more. The continuum starts as fully open all the way to fully closed. And open means that identifying information is exchanged between adoptive parents and birth parents, like their address, phone number, email addresses, things like that, all the way into the middle, where it can vary some, with semi-open, it's called, where you may just exchange letters and pictures through an intermediary such as Hope Cottage. Then as far as fully closed, nothing is exchanged. No identifying information, no letters, no pictures.
Are most adoptions open or semi-open or closed these days?
Well, a lot has changed over the last few decades, and really most come through us as semi-open. And that changes over time too. The relationship between the adoptive parents and the birth parents is built on trust, and as everyone gets to know each other, and also as adoptive parents bond with their children, that can vary over time. They may start out semi-open with just the exchange of letters and pictures through Hope Cottage, and then eventually, after having maybe a couple of visits at the Hope Cottage events, where it's safe and secure for all parties, they may start to build a trust or relationship and want to move forward with maybe exchanging email addresses or phone numbers or addresses. It can change over time, just like any relationship.
Some people think that it might be confusing for the adopted child to have a semi-open relationship with both birth parents and adoptive parents. What do you find in your experience?
I can see where most people see that it could be confusing, but really isn't. These children grow up always knowing they're adopted, and if they always known their birth parents or have read letters from them, then it's just a part of their everyday occurrence. It's normal to them.
Is it confusing sometimes on the parts of the parents, all the parents involved?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think at first they can be maybe insecure about how much they want to be open. But I think eventually, again, after you build some trust, then all those issues are kind of gone or lessened.
What are some of the benefits to having an open adoption?
Well, extensive research does show that all parties benefit from an open adoption, or even a semi-open adoption. And with the child, a benefit with the child is that they have an identity. They have a source of their family of origin to relate to. And as far as the birth parents, it's very encouraging and reassuring to them to see how their child is growing up and being loved, and it is everything that they expected, that everything is being provided to them that they weren't able to. And finally, the adoptive parents benefit because they can have their questions answered at any time, especially as the child grows. The child has more questions about where they came from and how they came to be adopted, and that way the adoptive parents can go straight to the birth parents and ask them.